This is Lisa from Life in Layouts. This is the sketch that I'm going to be using, and this sketch is from Bash Your Stash Facebook group. And I love that Facebook group because it's all about getting rid of your existing things that are in your collection. So this is probably one of my very favorite pieces from Echo Park. It is Everyday Eclectic is the name of the paper pad. And it's just, I love the muted colors in this. So just a beautiful, beautiful paper pad. I am using this tumbled glass, and it's a very, very light blue. And I am going to use this corner of this 12 by 12 stencil. And I'm just going to go around the layout. And actually, most of this ends up getting covered up. Actually, all of the stuff on the left side gets covered up. There's quite a bit that you can see on the right side of the layout. And I'm just using a baby wipe to wipe it down and then put it back in the package. And then once I lay out the two white background pieces, you can see how much I got on there. I actually got quite a bit on there. I just did the outside edge because I knew that I was going to be covering up the other parts with photos. So these photos are again from my friend's album that I'm doing, and this is when they went to Busch Gardens, and so it's just some random photos that they have, and I am 2 pictures short of what the sketch calls for, so I'm just going to get some pattern paper and make 4x6 pattern paper to fit in the spots where the sketch calls for 2 additional photos. So feel free to do that if you are don't have enough photos for a sketch, but you like that sketch. Go ahead and use it and just put some pattern paper there. Or if you like the sketch and you have too many photos, see if you can cut down some of your photos. So those photos down there at the bottom are 4x6, and it calls for 3 of them in the sketch. But you could do those photos in 3x4, and you could get a total of 6 photos instead of 3 photos down there at the bottom. So don't always look at a sketch as just what's on there. You can definitely change it up however you need to fit your photos. I pulled out this old-timey swing 3x4 card, and I just love the way that card looks. I know that I haven't been to Busch Gardens in so long, so I don't know if Busch Garden actually has a swing like that, but I thought it was perfect for this layout. And because it's a 3x4 card, I wanted to make it look more like a 4x6. So I just cut out a piece of pattern paper from the 6x6 paper pad to go right below that card so that it fits in there. And then what I'm trying to do is just find a little piece of pattern paper. I know that the sketch doesn't call for it, but it just seemed weird to have that photo not extend out. So I just added, and I'm actually going through my scraps and just trying to find something in my scraps because I didn't want to cut down another piece of paper because I knew that it would be, just a small piece. I think it's a 2x4. So, just a small piece of paper. I ink up all of the edges in that same tumbled glass color that I put on the background, and then I'm going to adhere everything down. And this is a super, super simple sketch to follow. It really is all about the photos itself. And then it lends to whatever you want to add to it, because you can put any type of embellishment that you want on there, because there's really no embellishments at all on the sketch itself. And these photos are from Amazon, so they're not true 4x6 photos, which drives me insane. So you can see that there's that little line there, and I just decided that I'm going to go ahead and cut a little bit bigger. Normally, if it's small, I can get away with just cutting out a little thin piece, but I figured that I would just go ahead and border it in the same, almost exact same color of that ink that I used. And what I did was I put the layout up against the seam. So it goes all the way to the edge in the center, so the layouts still match up, and then there's a bigger piece on the left hand side and the right hand side. And now that I have the base of my layout down, then the fun start begins with all of my embellishments. So I'm just pulling out some of the stickers that I used from the kit, and then I also pulled out some of my embellishment book. You can see that on the far right hand side there. I am using some embellishments that I pulled out that I thought would work. And I love this title, It's a Beautiful Day, because that's really a gorgeous sentiment for time at any type of amusement park. So that's going to be my title, and then I'm just going to embellish around it. And after I clean up all my mess there, I am just going to start pulling through from my embellishment pieces. So I have that puffy heart there, and I add that right on top of the title. I tried to make that happy day work, but it didn't work very well. So I ended up using this 3x4 card, and I'm going to add it right underneath the title. And I'm not going to journal on this because this is going to be for my friend's book, but I wanted to give her a space to journal if she wanted to add some details about this. And then I put a little sticker that says, "Love the life you live," and right on the bottom of that 3x4 card. And then I have this clear sticker that says "Awesome," and I added that right to the photo. And I love the way that looks because it almost looks like it was printed on the photo. Then I have this little circle here with the heart on it, and I add that right next to the "Awesome" because it did look like, because I went to the "Awesome" to the edge of the photo, it kind of looked like there was some dead space down there. So I added that little sticker and I added that on some fun foam. And then I had cut out in a previous layout that I had done a bunch of hearts. Like I have this punch that has, I think, like 5 or 6 different shape hearts on it. So I had some of those left over and in the brown craft color. So I added that to the little circle, and then these little triangles. I am really loving triangles turned sideways to kind of make an arrow, and so I'm doing that a lot on my layouts right now. I added this circle that says "Today is Perfect," and a little green camera and a blue puffy heart up here. And I know that is just a simple piece of paper, and it is hard to tell in the layout, but it's a bunch of different fair photos in really small squares. So I really wanted to leave that open so that you can see that, because that really does kind of bring in that Busch Gardens feel. So I'm going to add the year 2014 to this, and then I actually decide I'm going to go ahead and add the word May as well, so it can have both the month and the year in it. So that is it. Here is some of my close-ups as well as my full layout. Thanks everyone for watching, and I hope that you have a scrappy day.